Hey guys, have you ever wondered how you can create a timer just like the timers you see in so many games? Well, even if you haven't wondered, I'm going to show you how to do that today in Unreal Engine 5, so let's get into it. The first thing we need is a blueprint, so let's create one. Right click on any folder you want and blueprint class and create an actor. Name it blueprint timer. So open this blueprint. What do we need to create a timer? Well, we can create a timer in a few ways, but let's just go to event graph and go to event tick function, and all you need to do is create a delay. And now if you put here 1 second, it will delay every 1 second. So you can use this to create something every second. So what do we need is a text, but before that we need a variable. So let's create a variable, and we're going to do this. We will name this time. So every 1 second we need to change this integer. So let's first assign a number, so we can count down from 30, for example. And every time, every second, we're going to set this variable -1 its value. So how we can do that? So drag it, set it, and then drag it again and get it. And now if you drag again and type ++, this will show you the increment int. So this way you can actually increment the integer. You can do it either this way, or you can like for example we can just connect it like that. This is the easiest way, or you can just type -1 here, minus, subtract, connect it to here, -1, and connect it like this. So these are the two ways you can do it. This one actually will increase it by 1, so we can actually do -, which is decreasing it. So let's do it this way for now. And to test it, it's all simple. To test it, we can just print string or print text, it doesn't matter. And here we're going to do this, connect it like that, and it will print it every time it changes. So if we save and we play the game, now you are going to see nothing. This is because we actually need to add this blueprint to the level, so drag and drop it into the level. And now if you go to play and play the game, here you will notice that at the left upper corner there are some seconds, like the number changes every second. So now we have a countdown. Next we actually need something to happen after this countdown is put to 0. So next we need to do a branch, and we can just get time, and if this time, we can check if this time is less or equal to 0, we can quit the game, for example, and compile. And now let's make this timer actually a bit less, for example 5 seconds, so we can test it. So if we play the game, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and the game quits. So this is how you can create a timer. So how we can make it look a bit more interesting? So how about we add a text so we can have more visual representation? So go to add, type text, and you are going to get the text renderer. Change its name to timer, And now if we get this component and then extend and type set text, we can put it in the place of the print. So delete this, connect it like this, and connect this value that comes from the timer to this value here, and it will create to text from string. And now connect this here. Let's move things around to have more visible workspace. And now if we save and go to viewport, nothing happens here because we don't have anything in the construction script. So let's actually visualize this in the construction script. So if we come here, copy paste the set text one, and now get the time, connect it here, and now you have it in construction script. Press compile, go to viewport, and now you have 5, the value of our time. If we change this to 10, this number here will change. So if you select the timer and go to text in the settings here, you can actually increase it to 50, for example. Now you have bigger number. You can actually change all things here, but we are not going to bother with this. You can have a look at all these settings and experiment with some stuff. So if you press compile now and save, you see here in the level you have 10. We can rotate this so it's facing our way. And if we play the game, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And here we have a timer that we have a more visible representation, and it quits the game. Another fun thing you can do is before you quit the game, you add some explosion effects, so it can explode in your face. So you can do this by adding a new component, and this will we will use the starter content explosion for now, and go to cascade. It is a cascade. Actually, it's not cascade because this is Unreal 5. It is Niagara. And if we add it here and go to explosion, simple explosion here, you will see that you have an explosion. However, this is not a very beautiful explosion, so let's get into the content and go to starter content and particles, and here we actually have an explosion. So let's drag and drop this explosion here and delete the other explosion, the Niagara one. So now if you go to event graph and get this explosion, set active. So we are going to activate it, and we can reset it. Explosion, if you select the component explosion, we need to make it so it doesn't auto activate. So disable the auto activate, so when you start the level it won't explode. So next we actually need delay before we quit the game, so we can see the explosion. So go here, get a delay, and delay it by 1 second, and then quit. And let's set the time to 5 seconds so we can see it a bit faster. And now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, explosion, and quit. You can make the explosion a bit more bigger, so it's more impactful. So go to first select the explosion, go to transform, scale, and put these values to 10. Compile, save, play the game. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, explosion, and quit. You can play with the timing, you can make it like 0.5, and if you want to test it even faster, come on, let's do 2 seconds of time, 2, 1, bam, and this is the explosion. Thank you for watching my video, guys. I really appreciate you, and I really hope you learned something today and you enjoyed the video. If you have, please smash the like button. I really appreciate every single one of you. If you want to learn more about Unreal 5, about blueprints and other stuff that you can do in Unreal 5, please subscribe to my channel. You can find the link in the description or click the subscribe button. Bye bye. Hey, before you click to the next video, I want to show you something interesting. Did you know that if you click D and press it and hold it and then click left mouse button on the graph, you can spawn the delay node, the same node that we used in this tutorial. Also, we can do the same with the branch node. If you press and hold B, you can spawn a branch node. You don't need to search for it. It's very useful, isn't it? Also, did you know that if you go to this delay node here and just press and drag and release your left mouse button, and here you can actually promote this to a variable. So you actually don't need to go to variables, press this plus icon and control new one. You can just drag and drop any node, any pin, and just create a variable from here, like promote to variable. And you can do this to everything. And you can create your variables pretty fast. So this is for me for this video, and thank you for sticking to the end. See you in the next one.